This is how you work it. I will never let you weigh me down. Weigh me down. Don't cry, dry your eyes. Put your chin up and leave it all behind. All behind. The lost in my head. And my brother said to the breath that you are in charge. You know where I'm from. To keep moving on. And go through on a Chelsea small. But they won't always keeping my cool, even if I'm broken. If you go my eye, you won't see me cry. Gotta whistle while you work it. That's why you gotta.
We'll start in 3 minutes, guys.
Your darker side, regret, revenge will eat you up inside. Get up, work that dignity, let it bounce, let it fly, make down history. Oh, oh. You put in my whistle while you work it. You put in my whistle while you work it. You put in my whistle while you work it. You put in my whistle while you work it. You won't always keep in my cool, even if I'm broken out. If you go my eye, you won't see me cry. Gotta whistle while you work it. That's why you gotta never let them see you down. See you down. Oh, oh. Yeah. Gotta smile while you work it. Whistle while you work it. Whistle while you work it. Gotta smile while you work it. Just whistle while you work it.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started. So really excited, new distributor training. Evan should have posted a picture of some of the awesome prizes we're gonna offer. And so the deal with how to win the prizes is there's a website I'll give at the end. And this time, just being that we're giving away so many awesome prizes, there's gonna be 2 questions. So pay attention. You'll have an hour after the webinar to go back through and get the answer. The winners aren't based off who answers the questions first or who submits to win first. So don't feel that pressure. So just concentrate as much as you can. But if you're with kids or anything, you'll have an hour after the webinar officially ends to go back and listen. Oh, hold on, let me make sure. Babe, can you hear me by chance? Oh, I guess you can't, you're not on. Okay, hopefully you guys, okay, I don't know if, I'm gonna try that again because I really don't know if you guys heard me or not. Babe, will you just check to make sure my mic is fine?
Yeah.
Okay, one more time. Evan posted some pictures of some really great prizes. And so how it will work with the prizes is you have to sit through the entire thing because I'm gonna have questions at the very end specific about different parts of this webinar. So since we have so many, there'll be 2 questions. Usually it's just, I heard myself. Usually it's just like a secret code word or something, but this will actually be questions. So it's a little bit harder. You won't know till the very end what I'm gonna ask. So pay attention, but like I said, you'll have an hour after the webinar officially ends to still go back, run through, find the correct answers, go to the website, and also make sure your team does the same too. There is a cutoff. It's exactly right after an hour after it ends. So make sure you stay on top of it. Make sure your team stays on top of it. But I'm excited. Okay, so these are some of the things we're going to be going over. Facebook and social media, how to get your training, parties, getting your 4 loyals, growing your network, using the products, eSuite help, charting to Ruby, self-development books, blitzing tips. This is about a 45-50 minute presentation. I know, bear with me. I'll try to keep it lively, fun. I always just give you guys the really steak of the matter versus all the steak in the sides. So getting started on Facebook, make a post about starting your business. Now, I do have some examples inside of our elite teams. So if you guys don't know, a lot of you guys who have a diamond or above or double diamond or triple diamond leaders, they have their own group. And then the elite pages is kind of, it's not specifically my group as much as me and a bunch of my leaders decided we wanted one place to all pour our leadership into and to all pour our teams into. So I do have a separate page, but this is kind of everybody's page. This is a place where You get all of your sidelines. You get many different leaders from diamond all the way up to ambassador of different leaders who can give advice. So when you go in there and you go to albums, you'll see that there's some suggestions on your very first post. But I'm going to tell you guys, that's a great first post. But one of my favorite posts is when you get your distributor kit, when you get your box in the mail. My favorite is when couples will take a picture with it, a selfie with it, or moms will take pictures with their kids with it. And I got to tell you that my favorite is when they do that and they say, I know, I got started with this business, but nothing makes me happier than being able to be home with my kids, being able to pay the bills, being able to put them in whatever your why is, so include that why, being able to put them in dance or being able to bring in extra money or be able to help pay off some of our debt. I'm really excited. I'm excited about the products. I'm excited about the business. I can't wait to share with everyone. I really hope that I'll have some really positive and supportive friends and family as I go about this entirely brand new journey that I'm really excited about. So sharing something like that about your kids, about your why, and about your family. No one can hate on that. No one can hate on that. And if they do, then seriously, they got issues. Truth. Include your why as much as you can in your family when you're posting. Check out First DT posts. We talk about that. 2 to 3 posts a day is what's key. I tend to have days where I'll do 1 post. So it's not as much as how many times you post that I'm finding as it's what you're posting. Is it authentic? Is it passionate? Is it you? Or are you just going, okay, well, I posted 3 posts, or I posted a post today. It didn't have anything to do with me, but it was at work, so I'm running my business. I'm going to tell you that if that's how you consider running your business, especially if you're new and that's how you're thinking, I want to tell you you're doing the bare minimum and you're going to expect the bare minimum results. Because again, when you're looking at this business, how are you different than every other distributor out there? How are you standing out? If you're posting the same stuff everyone else is posting, I'm going to tell you, and we're going to go into more in depth than that. You're posting the same stuff everyone else is and not branding you as a distributor and you as a human being, you as a person, you with passion, you with dreams, you with goals. If you're not branding yourself and you're just branding that it works, I'm going to tell you, you're going to get bare minimum results. So again, 2 to 3 posts a day is ideal, but it really comes down to what you're posting. And again, try different times of days. Look in the lead groups, then under photos and under albums. For example, posts. There's a lot of example photos, before and afters, and also post. Remember, you are not a salesman. People want a real person, someone to represent what it looks like to be a DT. And then last thing, use relatable filling posts. So if you did a before and after, or say you're wrapping someone, you take a picture of you wrapping someone, you can say something along the lines of, I remember having my baby and looking down at my tummy, and then you could go on to say, it was really discouraging. I didn't know why. No one warned me what my tummy was going to look like after a baby. I was really surprised. You can share something like that and then go into what the products have done for you. And then you can also do something like, I remember before it works, I really thought I was dreaming big. Then I realized that I was playing small. So something like that. Another thing is, I bet this mommy is so happy. Nothing feels better than confidence. So if you're sharing someone's wrap results. So again, the idea is to share those relatable feelings. People connect with feelings. They don't connect with ads. I mean, literally, if you look at some of your favorite ads, I guarantee one of them has to do with Christmas. Because I swear every single Christmas, holiday commercial, or whatever, anything Christmas related, always has me in tears, whether I'm pregnant or not. And it's because they are connecting with feelings, because those are the best kind of advertising, the ones that connect with feelings, because everybody has feelings. Everyone can connect with that. Okay, so we're going to go over branding posts and non-branding posts. So these are examples of what I consider not being personal and what I consider being personal. So this is non-branding. I've seen this shared. It's very direct. It's nothing about you personally, not about anything about what you're doing. It's just, well, what are you waiting for? It's a great time to join this company, make the money you want. And so, you guys, this isn't going to sell you. You sell yourself before you sell it works. So then this is a great example. Made an extra $220 in wrap cash on Saturday, and I never left the house. Spent all day cleaning, doing laundry. Not only do I love that I can make money from home, but I love helping people feel great inside and out. That is branding. It had to do directly with the person. It had to do directly with what they were doing when this took place. It had to directly do with why they're doing this business. Branding versus non-branding. Here's another one. Non-branding. This would look great. You like a new distributor, me as a new distributor, whoa, that looks great because I can see like 80 pictures. But I'm going to tell you, when you post this many pictures also, it can come off as spammy. Because if you think of, I might be aging myself. I never felt like I ever did that, but I might be aging myself. But I remember like in the old days getting on the internet and it would just be like picture, 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 picture. And they all like would pop up on my screen when I was like just trying to get on the internet. And so that's the same idea. If you do too many pictures on one post, if you do too many before and afters, if you group them all together, it's going to look like spam and people probably will just pass by it. Now on this hand, this is directly me. This is me putting on the wrap. Look at how many likes I have. Look at how many comments I have. People are so much more engaging when they see you using the products. Now, we have a lot of pregnant people on this team. Now, does this mean that you can't post stuff like this? No, I post about different products all the time, whether I'm using them or not. You can still share about the products we sell, even if you're not using them. That's like saying like, oh, well, I can't recommend a good pediatrician, even though I have a friend who has this amazing pediatrician that she's told me about 5 times. So if you don't have kids, but you have a friend who just talks crazily about her favorite pediatrician, that doesn't mean you can't recommend that pediatrician. If someone is telling you about something that they loved and a great results they have or a great customer service they had or a great product or anything and you haven't directly tried it, but then you hear a friend say, oh, I'm looking for this, you can recommend that. It's the same with on Facebook. You can take selfies of product and tell people, even if you're pregnant or even if you're not directly using that product, you can tell people about what's great about this product and what stories you've heard or what it's good for. So another one, non-branding, who wants some greens full of all your fruit and veggies to help you detox and alkalize. And then branding. So you can see the difference. What's more attractive? What's more real? What's more actually you? What's selling you versus selling a company no one knows about, no one understands? So take a look at those and you'll see, like she got a lot of comments here, so better branding. Non-branding, okay, these go around a lot. They're attractive, but it's just taken away from you and your branding and the colors of the company. So I love this. So again, this branding one over here is going into actual fillings. I'm so excited for this mommy. She's happy to have her skin tighten, stretch marks reduced, and to get her confidence back just in time for summer. That's why I love it works, helping mommies have that extra push to get where they want to go. See, that's sharing feelings. This isn't sharing feelings. This is sharing feelings. This isn't sharing feelings. Feelings, we love feelings, yay! Okay, another one, non-branding, a little bit more on the business side. I'm going for a $10,000 bonus, $20,000 right now. This was made last year. I'm getting closer and closer. I'm so excited. Who wants to join me? And then this one, this is an actual post I made. If I can dream, I can achieve. I'm going for this bonus and I'm excited to be doing this. I've never been so excited to wake up, put time into something I enjoy as much as this. If anyone else would love to join me, I promise you will love it like I do. And then I did some hashtags. What catches your eyes? Does this catch your eyes or does this? This probably catches your eyes more. You're like, oh, who is that? Why are they holding balloons? What's written on their balloons? Where this is kind of just in your face like, hey, look at me. You need to look at me. Where this is like, I want to look at you. And then a few more, friendship, fun, and freedom, a little bit more on the business side. Non-branding, cute, but it's missing out on our colors. It's not personal. It's not you. And then here's an actual me with my team. This is what friendship, fun, and freedom looks like. I get to work with so many incredible people daily in my life. This is the kind of work I want to be a part of. Work and play feel the same. I love that hashtag. It's like my favorite. But you get the idea. People don't connect with this. People connect with this. Okay, on to training. How to get some of your training. MyItWorksTraining.com or in eSuite under It Works You. MyItWorksTraining.com I don't think works anymore. I forgot to update that. But go in your eSuite and then under It Works You, you'll see your training there. I'm going to tell you guys, if you're a brand new distributor, you only have 30 days free of this training. After that, you have to pay for it, and we'll talk about that later. So Don't miss out. Go to the It Works You. Do that training. It's on all the products. It's videos. You guys, when I got started, I didn't have a catalog. I had no videos. Like literally it was like, oh, read this tiny description about the product and then go sell it. Like you guys, take advantage of all the training. You don't go into a job and rock at it without training. You get training. Take the time for training for your business. Even if you set out time every single day just to learn a little bit more about your business while you're running your business. YouTube. This is my go-to. Love YouTube. I can't even begin to tell you how much I learned even now as an Ambassador Diamond. Go to YouTube. If me at the top is learning stuff, I promise you, you're going to learn stuff on YouTube too. Just research some of those leaders, type in It Works, or whatever you're looking for. If you're looking for help on Facebook, help with distributors, customers, loyal customer follow-up, all those things. Weekly webinar. So if you're seeing this, you're on the weekly webinar. Congratulations, you made it. Company calls. I don't get on the Tuesday call a lot. It's a great call, but my time is money. So Sunday is great because they always announce new giveaways, new promotions, new products on Sunday calls. Monday are my favorite though. Monday they always have a top leader in the company get on and share their tips. The cool thing is if you don't get on these calls, oh wait, hold on. We'll go to this one. Let's see. Maybe it's not on here. Oh yeah, okay, right here. The myitworksevents.com. If you miss any of these calls, go to myitworksevents.com, click on the calendar, and you can go back to any previous calls and you can listen to them. How great would that be to be in your car, driving wherever, and getting some personal development in from the top of the top leaders? Like easy, so easy. So I highly suggest you guys do that. Both calls and events can be looked at by going to the elite groups under events. So different things are in the elite groups. Upline pages, you guys have a lot of upline pages, plug into those. And then documents. Okay, I like handmade these documents. I'm literally teaching you directly some of my best kept secrets in those documents. I made those documents just for you guys. It wasn't like I made these documents and then I was like, everybody have them, free for all. I didn't. I made these documents for you guys because so often you guys ask me so many questions about how do I sign a loyal customer? What's the best way to go about that? How do I talk to a potential distributor? So I gave you all my tips. Now, is it going to take putting those in action and seeing what directly works for you? Of course, but that is such a great starting point. And so many of you guys are missing so many easy things that you just have to change the words and what you say, and you'd be like flying through this business. So check out the documents. There's so many documents. Parties. So belly to belly business building. This is in-person stuff. How to get parties. Those friends who can't afford a wrap, ask to host a party and get a wrap free. Message friends and family and text them. So this is what to do to get them to the party. To get best results, try calling people when you invite them. So I really suggest calling people when you're having a launch party or someone on your team is. I encourage you to encourage them to actually call. Even if they get voicemail, I will tell you it's so much more sincere in our day and age to actually be phone called and be like, hey, I don't know if you saw the event on Facebook, but I wanted to personally invite you because you're someone, I really appreciate your opinion. I really appreciate your support. I would love to see you there. It would be so good to catch up. I hope to see you there. It's at this day, at this time, just at my house. Let me know if you have any questions. Do that. I promise you guys, you are in the business making money. This is the time to grow out of your comfort zone, to grow into a life you've never even experienced before. Post about hosting a party on Facebook and trying it free. Also ask those close family if they'd be willing to host a party. Don't be scared. Just ask them. If they say no, guess what? Your business is doing the exact same thing it was before they said no. So it's no hurt. But if they say yes, that's one step closer to your guys' $20,000 bonus. Customers having great results, ask to share with their friends and host a party. And then remember, your customers have 30 days to earn $35 of free product or a free box of wraps. For anyone they refer as a loyal customer, also the company does that for them. So ask if they would want to host a party to maximize that opportunity. That is so great to do. And there's different kinds of parties you can host. So what kind of parties can your customers, friends, and family host? Spa party. This is when we demo the entire facial line. We usually bring wine if they're over 21 and cleanser to wash off the makeup, exfoliating pill. It will fall in love because that smells so good, the exfoliating pill. Facial, the lifting lip and eye cream. You still go through the party pad. after they get their facials on. But it's just a little fun way to do it. Next one is wrap party. That's pretty much the basic party. If you have questions about wrap parties, talk to your upline or YouTube. Lots of great stuff. Sample it parties. This is just where it's really a lot of samples. So you really just call it a sample it party. You tell people, oh, come. What you can do is take one body wrap, and there's a way to cut it into 6 wraps, and everybody can get a piece of the wrap. And most women will put it on their chin and neck. Because just that area is so tiny that everybody could try it on their chin and neck. So everybody gets to try a wrap if you're willing to give up one wrap for the benefit of a party. You can bring wow, you can bring greens, do the fat fighter demo, you can bring anything really. So there's a couple things like I also will bring it, tell people to bring in any vitamins or any pills they take. And then I'll take our It's Vital too, and we'll put them in vinegar, and we'll see how they compare to each other. Now, one thing about that, don't tell people that ours is like by far the best thing ever. Ours is really good quality, but there are some really good quality vitamins out there. I don't know if they cost what they cost, but just a warning there, because I was like, yeah, ours is the best. And I was like, oh, ours is actually really good. And then, of course, online parties. We had a webinar last week with Ashley talking about online parties, so those are an actual option as well. Getting your 4 loyals. So first step, take a look at what products you now sell. Figure out your 5 closest friends and family and what product or products will best suit them. Get in touch with them. If you know they want to support you and just become a customer, don't use the loyal closing sentence. We'll explain next. Be yourself with them and be short and direct with what a loyal is. So being direct with a close friend or family who kind of already knows about the business or knows about the products, just tell them, like, being a loyal is trying 1 product a month for 3 months, and there's no minimum the product has to be. By doing this, you will get my pricing on the product, and you will not have to pay the membership fee at all. Simplest way to explain to a loyal customer if you want them to, if they're close friends and family. Now, I'm going to tell you guys this, where I said the loyal closing sentence. I don't suggest using this on, let's just be honest, flaky friends and family or people you don't know really well. Because it's kind of like this. If everybody knows they can get this deal, guess what? If everyone knows they can get this deal and they can get this deal at any point in time, there's no urgency. And you guys, we have urgency. We have money to earn. We have these bonuses the company's been so gracious to give us. So we have to create urgency. So this isn't great unless it is someone who legitimately, they're like, hey, I want to sign up. I want to help you. I want to support you. Then you use this. Or someone who comes to you and says, I've heard about your loyal customer program. What is it exactly? Then you explain that. But if they don't have any idea about our company or products really or anything, then you're going to use this other way. So close friends and family who you feel like would need a push to be one of your customers, say something like this. Hey, Christina, have you heard anything about It Works yet? I have been learning about all the products and saw a few products I know you would love. To get my business started, I wanted to give 4 friends and family the products at my price, which is 40% off to do a 3-month tryout of the products of choice. This is so I can get some testimonies from people I love and trust. There are over 46 products that range from $23 to $69 with a discount, so many great options. Would you be interested in helping me out and getting a great deal? Boom, so easy. It's creating urgency. You told them there's only 4 friends that get this 40% off for trying out the products and giving you a testimony. Like, no brainer. Anyone who loves a good deal like I do, I mean, if you go to Target, you love a good deal. So anyone who loves a good deal loves this right here. So fabulous. Hope you're all screenshotting that because that is amazing. Third step to getting your loyal customer, Facebook product tester post. So this looks a lot like the thing we just messaged people. So if after you message your 5 to 10 close family and friends, those 2 messages, and still you're not at your 4, this is one of my favorite things to post. So always do a pic of you holding your fingers. So this one says I'm going to offer only 3 more people. So you do a picture of you holding up your 3 fingers, and it just says, hey friends and family, I'm so close to a huge goal with my business. Because I am close, I'm going to offer only 3 more people to get the It Works products at my price, which is 40% off. All you do is pick one of the 40 products that range from $23 to $69 and use it for 3 months and give me a testimony and post about using it on Facebook. I'm even going to throw in a $10 credit for helping me hit my goal. I'm looking for a 3-month testimony for these things. Someone who wants to tighten their loose skin. Someone who's wanting to eat healthier and get rid of cravings. Someone looking to grow their hair out. Someone wanting more energy. So please message me right away if you'd like to get a great deal on any of the products to help with these. Boom, so easy. And if you post a cute little picture, you actually get ready one day, because I don't really get ready every day, but you actually take the time to get ready one day and you hold up those fingers, especially if you're someone who never posts your face, because some of you guys have never really posted your face on Facebook, then it's like literally like mayhem, because people are gonna be like, what? Your cute face, I love it, oh my gosh. And it's just grand. So this is like the best step if the first 2 steps don't work out. And then when they message you or message them that they are interested, say something like this: hey Monica, so the products for that are greens. It's amazing. Typically it's $45 for a month supply, but with my deal it's only $33 for doing the 3-month testimony. It's a great deal and you'll come right to your house. You're the last person I can give this deal to, so you made it just in time. Would you like to do this? Boom, it's creating urgency. Now, are they really the last person? No, but it makes them feel special, and everyone wants to feel special. I mean, every time I go to a store and end up buying way more than I wanted, they made me feel special, and that's what I feel like I'm buying half the time. So when we make our customers feel special and feel like we're giving them a great deal, which, of course, this is an amazing deal. Let's not lie. This is a great deal. So when we're giving them a great deal, we're making them feel special, and that's what it's all about. So 4th step, wrap party or your launch party. So this is like literally what I tell my team is like last thing if they can't get their 4 customers. Let's go belly to belly. Get referrals. So if someone tells you no, be like, that's okay. Would you actually know someone who might be interested? Get referrals. Don't just take the no. If during any of this promoting someone says they don't have the money right now, ask them if they will have a payday and say you will follow up with them and save them a spot, especially if it's still within your 30 days. Even if it's not within your 30 days, I still recommend you do this because you constantly want to be adding new customers into your business. So still always save people a spot. I always do that. I never let people think, oh, we'll go on this one. Things never to say when talking to potentials, okay, let me know, or here's my website, just let me know, or don't say auto shipment or commitment. Those words, we call them hot words. They scare people. They don't like those words. I don't know why. They don't like those. So we try not to avoid those. If you look back at the things I recommend on how to say stuff, we don't use those words, but we still get the 100% point across about what we're doing. So the save their spot, that's really just key. A lot of you guys will be like, oh, well, da-da-da-da-da. Okay, well, let me know, or I'll just follow up in the future. Don't do that. They want to feel special. If you just tell them, oh, I'll follow up with you, that's telling them, hey, just kidding. You're not really that special. You can sign up whenever you want. I'll just follow up with you because I always have spots available. No, you're not keeping it exclusive. You're not letting people feel special. You're not keeping the ball in your court. So that's when you say, I'll save you a spot. That's saying like, hey, I really think you will love this product. What if I save you a spot till your payday? And then worst case, if it still doesn't work out, then I'll just let you know in the future when I have another spot open. Boom. That makes them feel so special that you're like literally believe in them so much that you're going to make sure you save one of those spots for them. So sweet. So nice. And always message people who comment on your post. Don't comment back answer. So a lot of you guys, you post a post, they say, oh, well, what is the third? What's the greens? Don't message in the comment and say, oh, the greens is blah, 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 blah. And this is just kind of marketing 101. Because if you have like 8 other people who have that exact same question, what happens is if you give all the answers publicly in the comments, you'll never know that those people are kind of slightly tiniest, itsy bitsy, maybe interested. So don't comment on the post or in the reply section. Always say, hey, Christy, I'll message you. And then give them all the info there. And another thing is people are more willing to buy in the privacy of a Facebook Messenger than they are publicly on like a live feed where people are just looking at them. And the last thing you want is someone to be like, oh, just kidding, I don't want that. You don't want someone to say that publicly. If they did it behind in Messenger, oh, no biggie at all. Grow your network, so important. You guys know I've been in going over 4 years now. So friends and family, can't rely on them forever. or if you're like me, you can't even rely on them at all. Just kidding. A couple of my family did become customers, but for the record, I don't have any family or friends on my team. So I guess and even to this day, kicker, right? But so you can't rely on them forever. Sometimes friends and family can be tough on you. So I know a ton of mine were so tough on me. So sometimes it's easier to just work outside of your friends and family. Networking allows your business to continue to grow even after you work through your circle. And I'm going to tell you guys, I can't even begin to tell you how important this key right here is. Because I see so many people do this. They will grow and then they stop building relationships. They stop networking. They stop growing. And then they switch to a new company. And then they grow. They have so much growth and excitement. And then they hit a roadblock again. And then they're like, oh, well, this business isn't working anymore. And then you jump to a new business. And I can't tell you guys, like, that's a roller coaster. The issues you have in this business will be the issues you have in the next business. So I want to tell you guys, that work through your issues. It works 100%. There was just a girl who, like, literally 2 months ago on her 6th month in the company just went Presidential Diamond. Okay, 2 months ago, 6 months before that, what is that even putting us at? Is that like April, June last year? June last year? So June last year, a girl signed up and like 2 months ago went presidential. You guys, it works, still has the capacity to allow you to get to the top. The issue is you have to grow. You have to get out of your comfort zone. Now, if you're brand new, does that mean it has to happen all at once? No way. No way, Jose. Me doing this webinar right now has taken a lot of years, a lot, because the person I was when I signed up wouldn't have been able to do anything like this. Didn't know about growing my network. But the thing is you grow as your business grows, and you keep pushing, you keep learning. But just know, if you're facing an obstacle, work through it. Joining another business or giving up isn't going to allow you to grow. You're going to face those things in your life in one way or another, I promise you. So here's some ways to grow. Facebook groups, meetup.com, love meetup.com. Mutual friends list, so going to your socialite friends who refuse to sign up, but you're like, you have a lot of friends who know you and trust you, so we have a lot of friends in common, so let's do this. So I do that a lot. Social activities, mommy playdates, neighborhood functions, hobby activities, and then blitzing. Let's see what my next one says. Okay, let's go back here. So some tips on these. Well, actually, I think I give tips, so we'll just move forward. If not, I'm just going to blab. So networking online. Post topics and questions often. Post topics and questions often. This builds trust and memory of you. So I'm always posting things, and a lot of you guys are so sweet and comment and are so helpful. And to a degree, yes, I always want an answer, but when you get like 200 comments, you have to get to a point where you're like, okay, I think I got the gist of my answer. But the idea is that people love to give advice, especially if you're a mom. We just think we know it all. It's just the truth. No, but it's funny because we as moms, we like to give advice. We love giving advice. We feel like we just have so much purpose and we can recommend and help each other out. And so things you can ask is how do you handle tantrums, or what hair color do you like best for me? Things like that. Ask those questions, because it builds new relationships with people you didn't think were following you. Because I will all the time, I'll post that. I'll be like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know that they even knew I posted. They never like anything. And then they give their opinion on some kind of post. So this is great. Also asking questions inside of Facebook groups. So mommies groups, if you constantly ask questions in there, people get to know you, and you'll start to see that literally the same moms, specific moms, always comment on your stuff. That means they're getting to know you. That's a great time after you comment a few times in a group or anything. Add those mommies. Answer and comment on new friends' posts often. So if you do add someone, comment. Ask questions, answer things, post, engage. Don't just like their stuff. No one knows what a like is anymore. Comment. Compliment others. Oh, your daughter's so cute, or oh, I love your hair color, or oh, your cut is so stylish, your scarf's cute. Compliment people. People love compliments. Find relatable platforms with each other. Sometimes I'll try to break the ice and actually get into messaging, building friendships with them. Find relatable platforms. So was their daughter sick and you just went to hospital? They have a bad experience somewhere and you wanted to share like, oh, hey, by the way, I went there too, had a bad issue. I ended up calling the manager and they did blah, 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 blah. Whatever, find a relatable platform and message them on that. Don't just message them and be like, hey, have you heard about It Works? Don't spam message people. Nobody likes to feel like you don't care about them and you're in it just for the money and just to sell them. So build relationships. And if you're a brand new distributor, I'm going to encourage you to start building relationships now. Because last year, when I was trying to go for ambassador, I realized that I had to start making new friendships. And this is kind of what I had a conversation with my distributors today. Well, actually, a few of my distributors today. I had the conversation that if you're willing to be bold in this business and take a few weeks to build relationships and then just outright message people and be like, hey, have you seen what I've been up to? These are strangers I'm talking about, not just friends or family, but strangers, friends you're trying to make. Stranger friends, frangers. Yeah, frangers. So frangers, friends, strangers. So you're trying to message these stranger friends or these frangers, and you're just like, hey, have you seen what I've been up to? And you kind of just message them to talk about the business. Like that's just the get-go you go into. If you're not that type, because I'm going to tell you guys, I'm not that type. I need at least like a good solid 2 months for people to not feel like I'm just trying to befriend them to like sell them. Because I love people. I love hearing people's stories. I love making friends. I love making friends all over the world. Now that's legit. So if you're not the type to be able to just directly message strangers, then I'm going to tell you what you have to do. Because if you're willing to just message people, you get to make less friends every single month. Because you have a higher chance of one of them saying, hey, yes, that sounds great. Let's do that. But if you're the type that you want to wait for them to kind of ask a question, then guess what? You have to work with a higher number of people. So someone who's going to directly message these brand new friends they make, you probably would only have to make like 10 to 20 friends a month. And I promise you, you will get some yeses. And there are people who are interested. But you're also probably likely, chances are high, you're going to piss off some people. But maybe that doesn't bother you at all in this business. And that's totally fine. And that's definitely what you should be doing. But if you're a lot more my personality, you want people to feel like they matter, you want people to feel like they're important, then you definitely have to work with higher numbers. Sorry, I'm like totally blabbing right now because I'm trying to turn off this light. But you want to work with higher numbers. So I'm talking 20 to 40 people building relationships online. Whether it's just every single day, one comment on their post. That's it. Just one comment. That's it. One comment a day, but on 40 people's, or 20 per day, every other day, whatever. Because I promise you, working with that many people and building that many new relationships, people all the time come to me and are like, hey, we've engaged a little and talked a little, but I've never asked you this. What exactly do you do? All the time. It's so nice. Okay, we're off topic. Make ads sparingly. Make friends. Remember, how you run your business is showing your team and your potentials how they will run. So are your posts, is it too in your face? Is it too much to cause someone to be worried about time? Is it too forward? So I'm talking about when you're posting on Facebook, remember what you do, what you say, what you're doing for your business is showing potentials what they have to do too. Networking in person, do not bring up your business for a few times. If you're asked about it, keep it short. Talk about them. People love to talk about themselves. Engage with that. Use that. Find relating things between you and others. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. Take the pressure the first few times of going to a mommy group or a meetup. Take the pressure of doing this for your business to network and grow. Do it for the fact of having fun and enjoying yourself. It's literally about finding the right people. Don't go into this thinking you have to sit there and go all boring on people. Enjoy yourself. This is fun. This business is fun. This business gets us out of our shell. Enjoy the journey. Add them on Facebook and let them know. Let that do the talking about your business. So that's kind of the thing. Some events you're fine to wear, it works gear, others street clothes. As you get more known or make friends, wear your gear. And then when someone meets you in person, let them get to know you. So the you outside of it works. When they get to know you online or on Facebook, let them get to know more about you and the business. This is what I do. And this has been so successful for me. When I'm in person with a new person, they get to know me. They get to know me as a mom, as a wife, as a Christian. And then when I get them online, they're guaranteed to see what I'm about outside of that. Using It Works products. So just some tips on using the It Works products, because that is so key. Benefits of using the products. You're going to learn the benefits of using the products while you're using them. You're going to build your own testimony, create a passion for the products, use them consistently, take pics using the products. So selfies, people love selfies. Let people see you using the products. Try and do an auto ship, even if it's only for like Fat Fighter, or cheapest product for $23. So you are forced to build and use the product. And so you're forced to have a product on hand to take selfies with every day because duh, that's so fun. No, just kidding. But it is proven when someone sees, so our mind, when we see someone smile, we literally think that we're smiling. Like we release hormones that only occur when we smile. So when people are scrolling through and see selfies or see you smiling, it literally makes them happier. So definitely selfies are making the world a happier place. So we need to continue doing that. eSuite Help. So this is where I talked about this It Works You training is technically only free for your first month. Take advantage of that, especially on a budget and you can't afford the $21 a month at the very start of your business. So this is eSuite. This will go through eSuite. It Works You, all that fun stuff. So when you go to a report, so this is reports, this is what the little symbol looks like. One of the best things to use is Organization Explorer, Tree Viewer. This is online too. This isn't the app, PS. Also, Personally Enrolled Team. This is how you can move customers and distributors under your team. And then those are kind of my favorites. Those are really the only ones I use. There's a bunch of other ones. They're really cool, but I don't really use them. How to order. So here's orders. And then my cart. You can go ahead and, or browse products. You just browse the products and then order whatever you want. And then also your wrap rewards. So you earn a wrap reward every time you sign up 2 customers and you don't move them under anyone else. You just keep them for yourself. And that's 1 box of wraps for only $25. You can either get facial wraps or body wraps. And that's just right here. So under orders and then under applicator rewards. And then if you want to enroll a customer through your eSuite, it's just right there, customer or distributor. Documents, document library, tons and tons and tons of great documents because like I said, documents, documents, documents. No, just kidding. I don't want to overwhelm you guys because you really don't have to go in here for too much. Unless you're looking to do like an ad in a newspaper, they have marketing materials already made for you that are pre-approved. They have some photos, they have training and business stuff, they have product info. So if someone wants more info about a specific product, it's right here. You can just download it, print it, email them it, all the above. Settings. So if you go to settings, you click website, you can add your cute little photo, you can add a whole story. Some people go to your website, it's a little bit more unique. You can link your Facebook, you can link your Twitter, you can link your LinkedIn, you can link your YouTube, you can link your Pinterest. Link them, because you definitely want people going to those things and learning more about you. Support. So this is another icon in your eSuite. If you have anything that's time sensitive but not immediate. So if it's something that's immediate, please call and it works. But if it's something like in 6 days, your customer needs this, change their auto ship or something like that, then you could submit a ticket. You just create a new ticket. Oops. Just kidding. I'm trying to pretend to really do it. So create a new ticket and then you'll choose the category right here. You'll choose a subcategory, order ID, subject, and you'll give details. Make sure when you give details, you include everybody's ID numbers as a distributor, customer, and full names and any address changes or anything like that. So just include that and then you'll click create a ticket. You'll come back here. When it's answered, it will go to close tickets, which is right here. You'll click close tickets and you'll be able to see what they replied back. Commissions, how to make money. So commissions is right here. Usually by the 7th, following the month that you actually worked and made some money, you will get a weekly commissions. So you won't have all these things right here just because this was mine when I was presidential. Maybe this is ambassador. No, I think this is presidential. So you won't have all these things. Yours will be much more simplified. but same idea. You'll go to weekly commissions to see what you made for fast start bonuses. If you don't want fast start bonuses, talk to your sponsor or your upline. And then also the Gives Back Foundation contribution. So if you want to give $1 to $5 every single month from your paycheck, you can come here and click that. The cool thing about that is if every It Works distributor just gave $1, we'd give almost $1 million every single month to some amazing foundations. And the cool thing is It Works doesn't collect a single penny from that. We give it to 100% to other nonprofit organizations that It Works has done thorough research on to make sure that they literally are putting the highest percentage of money back to their foundations. So we help with children cancer, feeding homeless. We help with finding a cure for children's cancer, disaster relief, and also Cell of Freedom, which is for human trafficking, to prevent and slow down and stop human trafficking in the US. Turning to Ruby. So we're going to chart to Ruby really quick. So Ruby is how you get that $1,000 bonus going on right now. So this is you. You need to have 150 PBV. And then if you have some questions about what those are, they're down here. 150 PBV or an auto ship of 80 PBV at least. So you sign up this person, and this person. These people all need to have 400 in group volume. In group volume, that's right here what group volume is. 400 in group volume. And then this person who will be your executive, because you need an executive to go Ruby, they need 150 PBV. So 150 PBV, this is what PBV is, or an auto ship. They don't actually need 400. So you sign up 3 people, and your 1 person signs up 2. These people can have a person 2. They can all be executives if they want, but you need at least 1 person to have 2 distributors underneath them with 400 PBV. And the cool thing is Ruby is the basis of all ranks. So if you can figure out this, if this makes to a degree or 100% sense to you, guess what? You can get all the way to ambassador just by knowing this. That's really cool. So this is the basis. This is the foundation of building this business, is building yourself to Ruby and building your team to Rubies. So self-development, great book. Self-development, so key to this business. Again, grow personally as your business grows physically. So some great books. This isn't in any order of what I prefer or think is best or whatnot, but these are some ideas of some favorite books I've personally read, I love, other leaders have read and recommended. So here's a list. Check them out. Bible, holla, because I had to add that in there because it's legit. It has some great business building tips and personal development. So, but all this great stuff in here. So take a screenshot of that or come back and take a look. All those are really great. You can get them on Audible, you can get them on Kindle, or you can just straight up order them. Blitzing tips. So if you're really new, blitzing is the act of giving your business card to pretty much a stranger. I know that sounds really scary just saying it like that, but that's pretty much what it is. And it's not as bad as you think once you actually get in the habit of doing it. So a couple types of blitzing. We have business blitzing. This is where you would go into a business. So what I do is I find like strip malls, not actual malls, but just where you can just walk right into them from the parking lot. So a strip mall, I'll go in, make sure it's not busy, and I usually will have a stack of cards. I'm like, hey, I'm building my business in this area. Would it be okay if I left some coupons for you and the employees here? And then there's like, yeah, for sure. And I'm like, awesome. How many employees is there here? And they'll say, oh, I think about 14. So I'll give them 14 and I hand them over. Sometimes when I hand them over, they look at it like they want to ask questions. So if they look like that, then I'll kind of say something like, hey, I'll be like, hey, have you ever heard of this before? And then they usually say yes or no. And I kind of ask them, well, cool. Let me give you some more info about it. Or what do you happen to know about it? What do you think about it? So I kind of ask them questions. If they just are like, oh, thank you. I'm like, thank you. No, thank you. And then I just leave. Scavenger hunt blitzing. I think someone posted about this. This is just where you make a list of specific people you have to give your business card to. So usually I recommend actually printing up a sheet, just making it up yourself. There might be one in the elite teams. You make up a list, and then literally you go through the list and you do things like, you'll say things like someone with red heels, someone with a baby, someone with 3 kids, a couple, someone who has leggings on, someone who's in workout gear, someone listening, someone, I don't know, things like that. You just kind of make a list of things, and then you go up to someone and be like, hey, this is super weird, embarrassing, but I have to talk to someone who's wearing red heels, and that happens to be you, and here it is right here on my sheet, and I have to give you my business card. Is it okay if I give you my business card and give you a short idea about what it is? Yeah, for sure. Usually they're more than willing to help you out. Stealth blitzing, this is where you leave a blitz card like on your driver's side window, and or in the very back, like you leave it underneath the windshield wiper of your back window, so it's facing where people walk down the aisles of the car lots. Leave them in the bathroom, leave them at the airport, just leave them wherever, and that's stealth blitzing. Oh, bathroom mirrors are really good. Straight up blitzing, that's just being straight up. So how I tell people to approach this, especially like if you're shopping too, approach it in a way that you would want to be approached. So if you think about, okay, if I knew someone was being really sincere and wanted to just give me their business card, what would be sincere to me? How would I want to be approached? And that's usually how I literally, situation by situation, depending where I am, what I'm doing, that's how I approach it. Never just go like, oh, hey, can I give you a coupon? Like, I don't know why, but I don't like that. I think it's so impersonal. I don't think it's very, like, taken into account someone else. Like, start with commenting on their daughter and then be like, do you happen to get to stay home with your baby? Yeah, I do. Well, awesome. I don't know if this is interests you at all, but I feel like I just have to give you it. But here's my business card. I help mommies who stay home with their kids bring in a little extra income, and it's so much fun. Here's my coupon. If you don't want it, don't stress about it. Give it to someone who maybe want it. But I just thought I would at least give it to you. If they say no, then be like, awesome. I'm actually in the business of helping mommies be able to stay home if that's something you're interested in. And go about it however you would want to be approached. The produce tip. So this is the produce tip. As you're checking out at a grocery store, always put your produce very, very first. And as the cashier is typing in her, like, she's like typing in and she's typing in all the barcodes, and because she's like so like has them memorized because she's worked there for like 10 years, say something like, oh, you sure have those. Do you have all those memorized? And she'll say something like, oh yeah, you do. After working here, like this is almost always what happens. Yeah, after working here for so long, you kind of just have to, you end up memorizing everything. Oh, that's awesome. How long have you worked here? Oh, I've worked here about 10, 15 years. Oh, so you must like it. Well, yeah, it's pretty great. It's just kind of a second job, or yeah, it's great. It's a first job. It pays, I guess. So something like that, or yeah, it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. And then you can say something like, oh, that's awesome. I help a lot of people bring in extra money on the side who, or like sometimes they'll bring up like, sometimes if they like absolutely love the job, then it's great. But sometimes if they say, oh, it's just an extra way to bring in extra income, it's pretty great. I love it. Or if they're like, oh, well, I'm going to school, so it's flexible. Those are when you say, awesome. I actually am in the business. I help people bring in extra income. Would it be okay if I left you my business card? And then you give them that. So that's the produce tip, because that really gets you on the subject of them answering why they're at that job. So you can kind of use that in ways with waitresses and those types of things. You can always find a way to get someone to talk about why they're doing that job. So if someone seems really interested, use that as a way to follow up. You have some great questions. I have to head out. Let me find you on Facebook real quick. And how about this evening I send you a message to better give you more info? That's just so nice. Even if you do have time, it's just best to get them on Facebook to get that personal one-on-one time to talk to them. Okay, some tips, overall tips. Decide now is the time that you're going to step up in your business. Don't wait. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So really plan out what your goals are week by week. What are you going to do? How much time each day are you going to spend? Is it going to be 20 minutes or do you have a whole 2 hours? Either way, you can be successful with 20 minutes a day or 2 hours. It's just about planning to succeed versus if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Remember, we're in a relationship business. Always make it about others and what the business or products can do for them and what you can offer them. Know that everyone will have struggles. Those who make it learn how to adapt and work through issues faster. If two to three out of every 4 people you talk to about the products aren't signing, it's because of what you're saying. So literally, you should have a close to, this is about products, this isn't about business. So if you are having an issue with loyal customers not signing, and with the 4 people, you're not signing a single person of the 4 people, take it from me and get help from your sponsor or leader. It is what you're saying usually always. Even when you tell me, you're saying what your leader recommends. Experience doesn't matter in this area. Forward screenshots to your leader. Ask for advice. This is an easy fix. Don't ruin any more potentials by thinking you will figure it out on your own. I always hear this from so many of my team. I'm so sorry for asking you questions. I'm so sorry for bugging you. I know you're busy. You guys, this is my job. If you know how much I get paid a month, like, this is an easy job. Answering your questions is so easy. And I would 100% agree that your leaders think so also. Our income is directly from bringing in new distributors and teaching you guys to be successful. And hopefully one day you guys are just going to be at the top with us, or maybe you'll bypass us, because I've definitely bypassed a few people in my upline. So don't be afraid to reach out to your sponsors and your uplines. Don't overdo the social media. Don't be afraid to go belly to belly. Blitzing and parties are so key also. Plug in. Those who show up go up. So if you're on this and you're still on this, you're doing great. You're going to be rewarded for it. While business is slow, work on yourself. Affirmations. If you don't know what affirmations is, just type it on YouTube and you'll get so many. Affirmations are so key, and it's really about positive thinking, and positive thinking is key to success. Remember, what you do have, don't concentrate on what's not there. So don't concentrate on the 2 distributors who left. Concentrate on 2 distributors who are still there. Get a GoDaddy URL to be able to post your website on Facebook. Facebook doesn't allow like any, at this point nearly, businesses post their URL on Facebook anymore. So get a GoDaddy. Usually if you type in GoDaddy coupons, you can get your GoDaddy for a year for $1 to $2, super cheap. So go ahead and do that, because I swear I have bought like 8 websites for different things and different Facebook pages. I've always got them for $1 to $2, super cheap. Okay, biggest tips. Time is not a record. So some of you guys may be on this who've been in this business for a while and you feel like you're just not moving forward. And I want to tell you guys, okay, this might be a little bit too philosophical, but time doesn't exist. Like, I'm going to get a little bit more preacher here, but to God, God doesn't see time. And time is a human-made standard. And so it really makes me so sad when I see distributors say, oh, well, I just think my time has passed because it's been 3 months, or it's been 6 months, or it's been a year or 2 years or 3 years. And they're like, I just think my time has passed. Time is a human standard. We do not service humans. We service God. We service the Lord. And if the Lord doesn't see time, and he still sees us as perfect, successful people out to change lives, and he still sees that we have an ability to do so much with our business and to bless so many people, then there is no reason that you should take this standard of time and let it affect whether or not you can be successful in this business. Because time is a human standard. It's something that us humans said, this is how I'm going to decide if I'm going to do this business. I'm going to give this 2 months, and if it doesn't work, then I'm done. You guys, if I would have given this 4 months, my first horrible 4 months, if you've ever heard my story, really bad experience, really bad 4 months. If I would have just given this 4 months, none of you guys would be here. My life would be so different. I probably wouldn't be married. To be honest, I don't even know if I'd be alive, because I was so depressed. I was so depressed. No one even knew how depressed I was. And I really needed this business in more ways than just financially. So remember, guys, time is not an actual record. That is a human thing. We don't serve humans. We serve the Lord. So remember, God doesn't see time. You are still perfect, whether you're just getting started or whether you're a couple months in this. Keep at this. Know how many it will take to find the authentic ones. So sorry if one of my girl, who she's going to know exactly I'm talking about her, but talking about this conversation today really made me think about this. So she was talking about how she's been in 3 years and she just doesn't feel like it's going anywhere. And so I literally asked her, I said, okay, yeah, you've been in 3 years, but have you actually worked 3 years? Like, I was like, okay, I'm in almost 4 years, and I can tell you that, like, the last year I've worked way harder than I did in the first 3. and my business has financially shown that I've worked harder. And she's like, well, not really. And I was like, I want to tell you, I signed up about, at this point, not when I first signed up, guys, not when I first signed up. I have an average of every 10 people I talk to, like, and I don't mean like, hey, have you heard of it works? You should join me. That's not talking to people. I'm talking about like someone who's like, yeah, I have, I'm actually really interested in it. Or someone's like, you know, I've thought about the business, but I just don't know. That's talking to people. Now, if they don't respond back, they don't like do any of those things, I wouldn't say that's talking to people. I have a higher ratio in that aspect. I'm talking about actually engaging with people and try to get them to sign up on my team. If I sign up close to 80 to 100 people a year as distributors, I can tell you that that would mean that if every 10 people someone says yes, on average, then that would mean that literally, what is that? I think, I'm not good at math, guys. You don't have to know math to do this business. I think it's about 800, probably 800, if about 80. If we start at 80, if we go over 100, I think it's 1,000. So 1,000 people a year to sign up 80 to 100 people in my business. Are you talking to 1,000 people? Because you guys, how many will it take to find the authentic ones? If I told you that you literally had to talk to 1,000 people about this business to make $500,000 a year, how many of you would like not even hesitate? A lot of you guys wouldn't hesitate to go make those friends, to reach out to those people who you're really good friends with, but you're scared to ask, to reach out to those family, to like build your business and get out of your comfort zone. None of you guys. I'm telling you, none of you guys. So yes, time is not a record. And secondly, make sure you're working with your numbers. Find out what your number is. Because I can tell you when I started, it was closer to 30 people to get one person because I had no idea what I was doing and I didn't have documents. And the last thing, know you have to grow. You have to overcome obstacles. Know their business will offer you something it works can't. You guys are here. God brought you here. Learn, grow, find the people you're meant to change their life. Change your life, not in just financial ways. Become more confident, become more friendly, build more friendships within this business. Grow, learn, become an authentic you. Okay, and here it is, guys. Everything you've been wanting. So thanks for joining me and listening to me blab. You're going to go here to enter eliteprize.com. You're going to answer these two questions. The first question is, what are four of the books I've mentioned for self-development? You'll enter that on number 3. And then what is the third type of party? What is the third type of party I recommended? And you'll type that on number 4 for what's the webinar keyword. Okay, again, eliteprize.com. Number 3, fill in what are 4 of the books I mentioned for self-development. And number 4, you're going to answer what is the third type of party I recommended. You can rewind this after I'm done and close it. And if you're just watching it, it's about to end. Oh, and it ended. Well, not yet, but you get the idea. Let's see if this lamp is even still on or you can even see me. Oh yeah, see, it's so dark. See, you don't have to be gorgeous to do webinar because half the time you don't see you. So you guys, go enter in your stuff, rewind this, make sure you forward this to any of your new distributors. I'm excited to give out some prizes. Depending how many people we have who make it by the deadline, maybe we'll give out some cash too, because tomorrow also we're going to be doing our giveaway for the auto ships. So lots of great prizes to start this year off. Well, some might start. But okay, you guys have a great time. Go enter. Let me know if you have any questions inside the event within the Elite pages. Thanks, guys.